Hello everybody, my name is Immortal and welcome back to Immortal Lands. So, today on the agenda is upgrading. So off camera, I did an extra bit of mining, we kind of dug out this little area. So we have an enchanting table now, but we also got a ton of resources for the whole ore thing. So yeah, we got a ton of iron, some extra diamonds, we can fill these slots now, and we don't have much lapis. But we have an enchanting table, which means today's upgrade day. So, we're gonna go mining for some extra diamonds to get a full set of armor and some tools. Then we will also be doing the very essential enchanting. We'll also be getting cows, because in order to get better enchants, we need cows. So today we're doing a decent amount of things, and also look at this freaking animation. So yeah, I've installed like one animation pack for eating because I have it on my modded world, and so yeah, and speaking about the modded and kind of upgrades, I'm putting together an RPG style pack. It isn't ready for me to record yet, but I'm putting it together to basically hopefully get it done for doing recording. And then we will have a RPG pack, because it's pretty fun in its current state, but there's other things that I need to do, and to get it finalized, including probably some more armor, but it's running off of fabric, and I need to install light medica for it. But also, we got a new skin. As you can see, it's not like super different, but it is different. It's changed. And now that the enchanting table room is done, we can officially start upgrading the gear that we have. But in order to upgrade our gear, we need lapis. We've got that covered, but we also need levels. We need experience. Now, in order to get experience, we're going to need something to farm. You know, not like that, but kind of like that. Built a mob farm. should like hit that subscribe button. It's right below. It helps out the channel quite a bit. Yeah, so with the mob farm officially being built, we have a way to get a basic amount of experience. Obviously, it's not going to be as good as something like an Enderman farm, but we haven't found the stronghold. Also, look at a little fun climbing. Yeah, it's a pretty basic farm. You can see, and you know, it's just pretty much like all of your basic farms, spider-proofing and all of that. So we'll time-lapse that, and then we'll come to this point. But also, look at that beautiful rainbow. That. Now that's nice. But yeah, our current way down is just like this. It's pretty basic. So obviously I installed fast ladder climb because fucking why wouldn't you want to have fast ladder climb? Cows are cool, you know, cows are cool. We also, off camera, while I was building, like, the mob farm and stuff, I installed, like, 5 things to increase my performance, meaning that I can run shaders just that bit more, like, perfectly. Also, we have right-click to replant. Okay, so we got the armor enchanted, and the tools are all enchanted. We have full Prot 3, and the boots right there, they got Prot 4. So yeah, everything in this episode so far is going to be time-lapsed, at least me thinking in the future here for when I go to edit the video. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to take some time to just fish, sit down, fish, chillax, and talk a bit about the future of Immortal Lands Rebirth. So Immortal Lands was a series that I created to just enjoy life, you know? I created it so I could have... I don't know, what's the word? Fun? I think fun is the correct term. So I created the series to have fun. And that's what it was. Then we added mods, just quality of life things that made it more enjoyable. Then the video, so we're doing so good, the game decided to corrupt. I don't know if that's why. I don't know what happened. The world doesn't exist. So then, like last week, we decided, you know what? I think it's time. We just accept fate, and we restart the world. So I accepted that the world was broken, gone, never to be seen again. So we created this place, Immortal Lands Rebirth. And it's been enjoyable. I've made 2 episodes. The first one was a VOD, the second one was an episode, and this will be the 3rd episode, technically. So, with that being said, the future is that we just add nothing, really. I don't want this to be heavily modded. I stated this in the first episode. I stated that if you guys had quality of life things or performance, whatever it may be, to add that isn't super cheaty, please put in the comments. Now, my version of super cheaty is, for instance, like, fishing. Let's say. Upgraded fishing rods that can get me, you know, like, tools and, like, end game items. I don't want that. That's too cheaty. Now, if I added, like, an enchanted fishing rod, or, you know, or, like, not enchanted fishing rod. If I added a mod that gives me, like, oh, you can make diamond fishing rods. The only thing that it does is give you, like, instead of lure 3, you can get, like, lure 5 on it, or something like that. For me, that's perfectly fine, because, 1, as long as it's taking resources that aren't modded, for instance, like if it's taking diamonds for me to get a fishing rod that just makes fishing quicker, that's fine. Things like squat growth, for instance, I don't want that because that's just like, in my opinion, it is good if I'm just trying to fly through things, if I'm just trying to focus on an element. For instance, like the RPG mod pack that I'm putting together. Which I have, I think, almost close to finalized. Like, squat growth is in that mod pack. Simple factor, I'm going to try to focus on the RPG elements. So, fighting, you know, the combat, exploring dungeons, and the ends, and new end things, and new nether things, upgraded strongholds. I want to focus on, like, in that mod pack, exploration and just fighting and all the cool stuff. So doing things off camera like building a house, building a farm, getting resources. That's going to be all more than likely off camera stuff that I do because as much as yeah, I might include it into the episode, for instance, just like a quick montage of farming. That's it. I'm not going to do full segments like I'm currently doing of me just like fishing and talking and stuff. That will be a mod pack solely focused on the factor that I want to have it be a lot of engagement focus, a lot of cool things happening. So I currently have that mod pack in a state where it's good, but not fully. And Immortal Lands is more focused on your vanilla stuff. Your kind of tedious work that everybody does, but will still be included in episodes. So yeah, the whole point of this is that it's vanilla plus. So I don't want things like diamond crops, like ore crops or trees. That's too cheaty. Obviously, I can just you install squat growth and diamond, and get a diamond tree, and then I have diamonds like this. But even small things like storage drawers, I I could add. I don't really see an issue. Like, not I do see somewhat of an issue in my opinion with storage drawers, but not really. They're fairly vanilla. They use all vanilla resources, and the only thing they do is just kind of make storage a little bit easier. But the thing with, like, the only issue I see with it personally is the way that they're upgraded. I don't have iron chests installed for the reason that you can make an iron, diamond, gold, whatever chest you want. I don't have that installed for that reason. Because for me, I want to still have the original storage. And that's why I won't ever install anything like Applied Energistics 2, for instance. I won't be installing that for storage. Yes, it takes away that tedious need to make giant storage systems, but then also I'm going to confine myself to a small area. For instance, in the RPG pack, I have AE2 installed because I'm going to be doing all of this, exploring all this cool stuff, exploring the new generation and lands, mobs, and all of that. So AE2 is necessary so I can just come back, deposit all my items real quickly, then move on. In Immortal Lands, God, I keep double clicking. In Immortal Lands, it's just this. It's just fishing. At least currently, we're just fishing. This is the episode, right? But like big storage systems means I need to make a bigger base. I need to make an area for it to house more items. Now, things like the trash can mod, for instance, that's a fine thing in my opinion to install because the only thing the trash can does is remove items, and I can hopper items into it. For storage systems, that's going to be nice. So I might install the trash can mod. Other things that I might install too would be things like vertical slabs, for instance. Decorative things. Things that add vanilla crafting, so no modded resources. Vanilla things that just add, so especially with like lighting and stuff. Like I might be able to make a chair and couch. I want to have that in this mod pack because, for instance, I will be installing them for the RPG pack, but there's not going to be a lot of this building and all that on episodes and on camera. It's just going to be a lot of offset stuff. So being able to walk through my builds and being like, oh yeah, I can sit down for this clip, or I can be on a trolley or whatever, a car, or whatever I need for this clip. But Immortal Lands, we're not doing that. It's my personal preference, and so that's how I'm going to play it. But the RPG pack is going to be the other thing that I want to talk about while we fish here. The RPG pack is something that I'm putting together that has pretty much vanilla Minecraft, your kind of typical Minecraft progression, but it's also going to be it's not heavily modded. It's more focused around exploration and combat. So the only super big thing for like tedious is just like AE2 stuff. That's going to be the biggest thing that we probably build throughout the entirety of the RPG pack, is just making the AE2 storage, AE2 everything. But that also means I'm probably going to see, I need to see what's in AE2 because I haven't used it in so long, but I'll be installing things. I think I have like iron furnaces, for instance, things that speed up that furnace progression, and iron chests is installed. I might, if storage drawers is here, I'm gonna install storage drawers too. Um, just because it's good way to make a basic storage system that can. I think it should all be able to interface with AE2, and then I can just use eventually just AE2 stuff. That's what I want personally for that pack, is because I'm not going to focus on building my base or doing this and that, but I will focus on the start of the RPG pack because we have things like skill levels. So I'm using something called Player EX, or Player X, whatever you want to say. Basically, it allows you to put perk points into specific things. So I can increase my health points, I can increase my damage, I can increase resistance to poison and knockback, this and that, all the kind of, basic stuff, I guess. So like an RPG pack, I have to pick, and it uses experience points. I have to pick what I want to put it into. But with this, I am also installing and have installed Origins RPG, which is an Origins mod, and I'm not going to be using the things like Elytrian or Endirian and whatever the other is, like the cat thing, whatever. I will be using all the RPG stuff, which is Knight, Archer, Thief, all of that. Kind of Brute is another one. So you're kind of like RPG start out. You pick a class and then you move on. So in my current testing, I'm running as a Thief, which is going pretty good. You get increased movement speed, this and that. Obviously, there's perks and there's drawbacks to each origin. And so with that, that's how I want that mod pack to play out. And then I also eventually, and I already have a pretty good chunk of a mod pack set up that is super modded. The RPG pack is, yes, not super heavily modded, but it is modded more. It's not vanilla anymore. But there's still a lot of aspects of vanilla, I guess. I'm not adding things like movable mob spawners or craftable mob spawners, but I have things like dragon loot and stuff that increases. You get a dragon scale, take netherite and a smithing table, you get dragon armor, you can add elytra to your chest plate, there's trinkets, there's things from Minecraft dungeons. All of that will then be added to the heavily modded, which is on Forge and not Fabric. I like using Fabric just a bit more, but Forge is cool as well because that's what I originally used, because I thought Fabric was stupid. But this was like a while ago. Look at that squid animation. Oh yeah, animation packs. But yeah, so things for Immortal Lands future is just small things, whether it be an animation tweak, or whatever. What do I have? I haven't gotten one enchanted book or an enchanted fishing rod. What am I doing? Alright, we're gonna catch this fish and then we're gonna dip, because I could have just, like, enchanted... I could have just enchanted this fishing rod. Also, what do you sell? Garbage. Oh. Put... Interesting, it kept the amount of durability. I need your leads. Thank you. We'll put this lily pad here, because why not? But yeah, so that's basically my plans for this world, and for Immortal Lands Rebirth, is to run it as vanilla as possible, just with those extra bit of tweaks and just slightly less tedious things, because I enjoy playing vanilla Minecraft. I've played it for like 60 days. You know, I think on Xbox I have like 60 days plus played on Bedrock Edition. And okay, I can sleep. And then on top of whatever I have on this laptop and whatever I had on the old Dell brick laptop, basically. Like, God, I used to play so much. This is literally the game that I only used to play. And, alright, that's going to be the end of the episode, everybody. I hope you did enjoy the video. You can always leave a like, and that helps the channel out superbly amounts of love, and it helps a lot. Same thing with doing the wonderful thing called subscribing, if you want to. can always do it on later. On later? We're leaving that in. That's the end of the episode. Remember to water your seatbelts, pronouns, and have a great rest of your day. I just wanted to do a funny. Go away! Stop! No! Oh, fuck off. There's so much grass!